Hello. Hi. Um, I'm still kind of sick, but I'm feeling a lot better today. You'll never believe what I went through over the weekend. First of all, how are you guys all doing? This wonderful Tuesday night. Question mark smiley face. Um, you know how I said, excuse me. Sorry, I'm still gonna be a little coffee and a little sick, but I feel much better than I did before. Remember how I said I felt like I was getting over something on Friday? Well, in fact, what the occasion that happened is that apparently I was not getting over something, but I was just getting under it, under being the weather, and I got significantly worse, if not better, over the weekend. So I was in like feverish pitched dreams of solving world puzzles and and trying to sail across stormy seas, going underground and collecting blue things and fighting mechanical worms, while I was actually sick, excuse me, and like in severe agonizing body and joint pain with like runny nose, runny eyes, sneeziness. um I spent the entirety of the weekend doing what I thought was going to be the prep quests. I was like, hey, look at these world quests that give 50, 60 primo gems a piece. Let me do those. Well, it turns out you do one of them, and then you find out that there's two more that you need to do. And then you do those two, you find out there's five more you need to do. And then you do a couple of those, and then you find yourself in the big chasm area, which is in fact not just a swirly rock on the surface world, but is a second dragon spine with the entirety of it being the reverse. Instead of rising into the sky, you go deep into the earth, and you have to crawl around the Underdark in a segment that's like 3 times longer than the actual Underdark in Baldur's Gate 3. And by the time you're like a third of the way into it and you keep unlocking larger segments that you weren't able to see before, you really start to wonder, wow, at what point in the beta of Baldur's Gate 3 did this game decide we need to do this for our world exploration? All of it. Because this is like the third thing that I've found that they've done. They've done this. They've done the underwater prison break segment. They have the steel watch. It doesn't end. Well, I'm gonna fight like a giant floating eyeball with tentacles and eyeballs at the end of those tentacles next. Mark my words. I thought I was gonna get, some progress on the story. That didn't happen. I just did the chasm. I was sick in underground in the chasm, like that girl that you help in the quest line in the chasm, or the man that's the miner that was lost for years, addled by mushrooms. That's how I felt this entire time. It was surreal. And then I got 90 whatever percent done with it. I'm gonna show you the game right now. All right, look at this. Watch this. Hut. This is the banner that we're on. All right. Excuse me. we got 10,500 primo gems and 11 left over. This is about 77, okay, to work with. 77 pulls right now. I went and I did this thing. I couldn't unlock this. I don't know what this is. And there's another one inside the cavern that I couldn't get to because apparently you need to do the Archon quests to unlock it. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, this game is incredible. When you find out after 38 hours sunk into one like section of side missions in this video game, where is it? Where's the chasm? Chasm lighter. 80%. These are the only ones I have left. I'm one teleport away. I know where it is. I'm 2 lumen stones. I know where they are. Away from completing all of this. And I find out that I need to do the Archon quests to unlock it. Would you like to know what Archon quests we need to do to unlock it? We need to do this one. Where's the Archon quest? We need to do Perilous Trail, Unexpected Guests. How do we do that? We need to do a teapot to call home. Remember the one that interrupted us from seeing the perspective of the man dying and unable to hear his wife's final words to him? The quest that the game interrupted and temporally locked us into the teapot one instead? We also have to do Taurus Iracundus chapter act 1, which requires Gruus Nevis chapter act 1 and 4 other quests, and Imperatrix Umbrosa chapter act 2, which requires the same thing and 3 other quests in order to start the thing that will lead us to eventually being able to complete the chasm, which isn't even the Archon quest that it continues in Azuma. Why is there so much in this game?
This early? There is still
Surely I could not have missed this much in a mere 50 months of not playing. It's not 50 months, sorry. 24 months is 2 years. In a mere 32 months of not playing. There's no way that there's so much content that we have to do. How are you guys doing? I do have Ganyu, yes. So, here's the plan. Okay? Here's the plan. Here's what we're gonna do. Alright. We're gonna finish that godforsaken teapot quest. If it's the last thing that I ever do in this life, we're gonna get that teapot. Okay? And no one's gonna stop me. We're gonna do the teapot, and that will unlock everything else in the video game.